Dive into a blue world, a vast new expanded habitat for SeaWorld's pod of killer whales, naturalistic and sweeping, with new spaces for them to explore. These majestic killer whales will find enriching activities everywhere and explore in even greater depths. This immersive environment is unlike any other, giving SeaWorld experts and other scientists more access than ever before for world-class healthcare and research that will help killer whales here and in the wild. With unprecedented views above and below, these are the moments that inspire wonder, connection, and action to preserve our precious ocean. A new world, a beautiful blue world.
The movie Blackfish asserts that we use food as the only motivator to work with our animals, and it's simply not true. Our animals receive all of their food, all of their nourishment, regardless of how they perform throughout the day. They do not have to come into the show to be fed. In fact, one of the bigger challenges that we have day in and day out, both with the whales, with the dolphins, with all of our animals, is holding them back and keeping them out of the shows. Much of their reinforcement, much of that food comes for just, hey, sitting back with me, hang out with me, have fun back here. The shows are inherently reinforcing for them because they enjoy doing them.
Everything that we do at SeaWorld has one focus in mind, and that is the health, safety, care, and well-being of our animals. So it's exciting to create a new environment that enhances that opportunity for our animal care staff and for our whales.
Project Blue World is our massive expansion of our killer whale pools and environments.
Education has a primary role at the park. Educational efforts have been there from the very, very beginning. Blue World will be a chance for folks to better understand not just what killer whales are about, but how we're a part of that story.
It's been designed by the trainers, by the veterinarians, by the researchers and scientists that we have both on staff and that we work with to be the best possible habitat.
We work every day with some of the world's most respected and top marine animal scientists. They work with us because we have a really unique opportunity for them to study killer whales in whole new ways. We know that Project Blue World will be a significant expansion on that.
I believe Blue World is actually a larger phrase to describe the continuous evolution of humans' understanding of animals and how we care for those animals and our care.
The great thing about this particular project is that the education messaging is designed directly into the entire project. And that's really vital because in order for us to be able to tell the killer whale story and actually the broader story of the ocean, we want to make sure that we're designing this together with the pool, with the gallery, so that the education messaging is something that's put into the actual design work as we go.
The kids who come through our parks right now and the kids who come through our parks when Project Blue World is open, they're the next generation of killer whale and animal and environmental conservationists, and this is going to be massively impactful for them.
My hope for people when they leave SeaWorld is that they care even more about these amazing killer whales than they did when they first came. That these magnificent creatures touch them the way that they've inspired and touched us. And to realize that we love these animals and we care about these animals very much, and what we do really matters.
My name is Katie Danforth. I'm a senior trainer here at SeaWorld San Diego.
I'm Cheryl Nickel, and this is my husband, Scott Nickel. We've been past members for 4 years now.
I'm Brian Rokeach. I've been a team member at SeaWorld for nearly 17 years.
My name is Rory Pollock, and I have been a past member for 30 years.
My name is Mike Bissett. I'm a senior trainer here at SeaWorld San Diego. I've been here for about 8 years.
I'm here super early in the morning, but I'm super stoked to be heading on the buses up to Long Beach for the Coastal Commission meeting. I just want to show my support. I want to be a voice for the whales.
This project represents the next evolution in an incredible facility that will provide added benefits for our animals, for research, for enrichment, and also opportunities for kids and adults to experience these animals for years to come.
I strongly believe that Blue World, there's an opportunity for us to see more than we could never see in the wild. That they can do all the scientific work from SeaWorld, which is the state of the art, and people can come and learn more about the killer whales and the young ones up to the 51-year-old whale that we have here. I mean, it's an amazing scientific adventure.
We've seen SeaWorld, the good that they do, and our kids have been raised going to SeaWorld since they were young, and I don't think they would have the love for the sea life if it weren't for them, if it weren't for SeaWorld and being able to see them.
It's going to really put us out there as the front runner for killer whale care, and it's going to show our dedication to these animals. These animals need this development. If this is something that is on the table, if this is something that is available to them, we need to make this happen for the whales, and that's why I'm going up to Long Beach today, and hope they approve this project for us.
I fully believe it's going to pass. It should pass. It would be ridiculous not to pass, and that's from my heart.
Anything that we can do to enhance the lives of the whales, to make it better, is something that I strive to do each and every day. I love these animals. They're part of my family. I'm quite shocked that anyone would be against this project because I see only good coming from it. It's only a positive. And I hope today that the Coastal Commission says yes, and we're so excited to break ground on this and just make the lives continuously better for our whales. Blue World!
One of the things in particular in Blackfish was they focused on Kasaka and Takara and separating them. And in the movie they showed this baby killer whale, and they imply that Takara was a juvenile or even an infant. And that's just something we would never do. Takara was an adult female that had a calf of her own. And the calf actually went on the transport with her mother because we don't want to separate moms and babies. Keeping them together is critical for their success. So it makes us seem like this evil place that rips mothers from babies, and we just don't do that. Blackfish just isn't real, you know? Why would I work for a company that does the things that they say in that movie? I mean, you know, I've devoted 23 years to this company. I'm a mother of 4. I want to be a good role model for my kids, you know? I'm proud of what I do.
Be clear, there are details that we can learn about killer whales at a park like SeaWorld that we simply could not understand or even be able to study in wild killer whales. One research project that's ongoing right now, it seems very basic, and that's to take photographs of the killer whales at SeaWorld. Through this photography, biologists are able to standardize their approach to measuring wild killer whales. Through research, we're able to better understand the killer whales that live here within our parks, and these killer whales then act as ambassadors for their wild counterparts.
My name is Hendrik Nollens. I'm a veterinarian here at SeaWorld San Diego, and I want to correct some misinformation. In this video, these two so-called killer whale experts confuse a 10-month-old calf with a nearly 3-year-old whale here at SeaWorld San Diego. The 10-month-old calf weighs about 800 pounds. However, the whale you saw in the video is nearly 3 years old and weighs 2,130 pounds and eats 65 pounds of fish per day. He hasn't been observed to be nursing in several months. However, he does still do the bumping, he does still do a lot of pair swimming and many other behaviors that we consider to be a normal part of developing and maintaining this mom-calf bond. To me, this error that you saw in this video actually highlights the opportunities that killer whale biologists have to learn and study from the whales here at SeaWorld. Killer whale biologists who only work with wild whales very rarely have the opportunity to watch a calf be born, to study nursing patterns and actually observe this mom-calf bond. Resting is a common natural behavior for killer whales. The southern resident killer whale ecotype spends about 10 to 21% of their time doing it. The transient killer whale ecotype spends between 2 and 7% of their time doing it. The behavior seems to be equally common in the SeaWorld killer whale ecotype. There are many things that we can still learn from the killer whales at SeaWorld. For example, our 10-month-old calf and her mom are currently enrolled in 3 separate research projects that are all aimed at helping understand and studying the growth and development of killer whale calves, both here and in the wild.
Sometimes changes are evolutionary. Today's announcement is nothing less than revolutionary. Ladies and gentlemen, the Blue World Project. The Blue World Project is a massive expansion of the killer whale habitats in all 3 SeaWorld parks. We're in San Diego today because the first of those expansions will be here. When this facility is unveiled, the killer whale habitat here will have nearly doubled in size. 50 feet deep, more than 10 million gallons of continually filtered and chilled seawater, surface area of more than 1.5 acres, a viewing gallery for guests that is 4 stories high, the largest of its kind in the world.
The Blue World Project represents the next step in evolution for killer whale display at SeaWorld. Our evolutionary process never stops. Our teams continually challenge themselves and each other to create healthier and more enriching environments for all the animals that we care for.
This new habitat enriches the experiences for our visitors to our region, expanding on their appreciation for killer whales and all marine life and our environment as a whole. I think we can all agree that that's an important message and one that's worth investing in.
One of the reasons I've been here at SeaWorld for 23 years is because every day I see that child that is touched and inspired like I was. I see myself. I was that child, and I think I may be making a difference, that child may dedicate their lives to caring for animals, protecting animals. That feels like a privilege.
Our killer whales are unique. They are incredible animals, and they are world recognized. People love killer whales, and so do we. We love these animals because in many cases we've been working with them for decades. We have certainly dedicated our lives and our careers and a lot of our personal time to their health and well-being. Our approach to killer whale care really epitomizes our overall animal care and welfare programs. It starts with our preventive health care program. Whether they're healthy or sick, our killer whales see their doctors once a month, and that's the bare minimum. Compare that to your dog's annual physical, which happens once a year, or even how often you go to see your doctor. We know that these are incredible animals. We know that they are paying attention to their environment and that they have evolved complex behaviors and smarts to survive in a foreboding environment like the ocean. So we take that to heart in our care programs. We create dynamic, stimulating behavioral sessions, challenging the killer whales to solve problems as they learn new behaviors. We create, through our animal trainers, environmental enrichment devices, puzzles, and toys for the whales to use. They work with trained animal behaviorists on a daily basis to create a dynamic and stimulating environment for them.